And in this section right here, what we're going to be doing is giving you guys just a basic introduction to databases.
Itty bitty.
So the very first thing that we probably need to do, Mr. Logan, is what?
I don't know, explain what a database is.
Well, explain what a database is. Well, go ahead. Explain to us what a database is.
Well, pretty obvious from the name what it can do. Obviously store data. Now, the main point is anything can store data. I mean, you could store a lot of data in like a text file.
Okay.
But what if you had like tens of thousands of records in a text file? That's not going to be fun to go and like try to find certain records or get just like basically specify how you want the data to like given back to you. That's where the real point of a database is because is the way you can use it to gather the data back. Use like where you can group by different values, order by different values. Like say you have a whole bunch of data, it all has a date with it, but it was all entered at different times. Well, you can actually have the database, in our case MySQL, go in there and reorder the data for you when you ask for it back. So of course, SQL stands for Structured Query Language, and that's the point, for it to structure the data when you call it back.
Whoa!
I actually knew that about the SQL.
Did you?
Yeah. I looked it up.
I knew what a database was.
Liar.
I knew how to spell
Could we get away with saying, yes, a database is for storing data, period. I'm not going to get quite as complex as that. And could we go a little bit more simple and say, in MySQL, that a database is a container for tables?
Right.
So it's fair to say that. A database, Adam, is a container that holds tables.
Awesome.
The database itself, this is just kind of a weird way of looking at it, but the database doesn't hold data per se. It holds
Tupperware that holds data. It's like a refrigerator
Tables?
holding Tupperware.
There he goes. He got cranked up. Now we're in the fridge.
Hey!
If Tupperware means tables, then I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a big refrigerator holding the Tupperware
Okay, so
that
all right.
holds the food.
Groovy. I like that. You are just rolling now.
Man.
So what do the tables hold?
telling you.
Records?
Well,
If you say records are fields, then you'd be right too.
So it's like the expensive Tupperware that's divided up.
so let's go back to the old refrigerator thing, because I really like that. So the refrigerator would be the database.
Right.
And in the end, I mean, yes, it holds the food, but I mean, looking at the food as actually being the data. But, it's more so holding the Tupperware.
Ah.
Okay, so, no, that's good. That's excellent. You did a great job.
Thank you.
So our databases hold tables, and our tables hold, Logan, would you like to give that one a shot?
No, I know what it is.
Okay,
it's
what is it?
fields.
Holds fields. Logan, and fields are?
Fields are like a format for storing data. Because if, remember in the variable section where we went over an integer and a string and how it's like different data that it can hold?
Uh-huh.
That's what a field sets up. Like you can have a field that stores an integer or a field that stores a string. In this case, it's called a char, but string char is basically the same thing inside of SQL.
So, I mean, if you were going to be real loose at looking at it, generally people refer to a table as where you'll find your record set, your actual data, though, right?
Right.
Okay, very cool. So with that very basic understanding out of the way, let's just get in there and inside of MySQL and actually see how we can create databases, how we can see all of the databases that are available to us, and how we can delete databases. So...
Squip it.
That's good. So what do you think we need to do first?
Well, let's create a database.
All right. Before we create the database, though, for somebody that's sitting new in front of a system where they just installed MySQL, what do they need to do?
You'd want to start the server.
There you
so
go.
You can connect to your
we
database.
need to get the server running. So what we're going to do is we're just going to open up regular old command prompt, and we're going to switch over to good old K drive, and I'm going to change directory over to MySQL, and then down one more folder to bin, and we're going to run MySQL d space dash dash standalone. MySQL d standalone. Okay, go ahead and hit enter.
Sounds like a song.
And tell us, Logan, real quick, what did this do?
This actually started a database server. It started the. Let me see. Started the
server.
Yes.
Okay. He really wanted to give a lengthy 20-minute complex description, but he just couldn't get around the fact that we just started the server. Okay, so now that we've got the server running, I can go ahead and close this out without being a problem, right?
Right. In this version of MySQL, you can close this command prompt. In earlier versions, you actually had to leave it running, but in this one, you can go ahead and close the command prompt.
Okay, good.
And the server will still be running.
Okay, now we can't just start typing in here again, right?
Exactly, because it's tying up this window.
That's right. This is now the process that's running, right?
Right.
So we'll just go ahead and close it out like such, and go ahead and come back and open up another command prompt. Just drag it back down here into the recording area. And again, I'm just going to jump on over to K Drive, and we'll just change directory into MySQL and back over into bin. And we're going to fire up the MySQL monitor by simply typing in MySQL and hitting enter. And there you are. You'll notice now instead of a command prompt like C:\/ or K:\/ we now have MySQL and a little flashing cursor. Ooh. So we're now in the MySQL monitor. We're in that app, and we're now, when we're typing, we're talking directly to the server. Sound good to you, Logan?
Yep, sounds good.
So one of the first things you'll see after getting in is that you can type help or \H for help. And we'll just go ahead and just take a look at that real quick. So I'll simply type help, and you'll see that we have a series of MySQL commands that we can fire real quick to just do some simple stuff. Help, which really just shows you this, and \, same thing. And we can clear, connect. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can do, and there's a listing of them and a description over to the side. Another thing that you may find very useful is, Logan, what do you think? Find very useful. Status.
Status, yes.
I would say so. In case it's I'm just going to type in status. I'm going to put a terminator at the end. I'm going to use a semicolon. And go ahead and press enter. Status is very useful if you've come into some sort of organization that already has MySQL running and you don't know the version